Hello and welcome to Prehistoric Kingdom. I am so excited to, get to make a series of this game. This is it's almost like a first look of this game for me. I didn't get a chance to play the alpha. I wasn't part of all of that. So I'm really excited now that it's in early access. Everybody has access to it. I decided to pick it up. And really all I've done so far in this game is play like the tutorial and like look at all of the pieces in kind of like a sandbox mode game. So I really haven't tried playing any of this on challenge mode or with money or anything like that yet, but I really want to start this game off in challenge mode. I thought maybe about building like a sandbox or like creative park to start with, but I really enjoy kind of the aspect of the management and the challenges that come with having to make money and build it up and keep your animals happy and all of that fun stuff. So that's what we're going to be playing for this first series on the channel. I think we're going to do Costa Rica Tropical, because I really like the idea of doing like a tropical theme. I haven't done that in Planet Zoo yet. If you're totally new to this to my channel, I have been making Planet Zoo videos for a little while now, but a tropical zoo is not something that I've really made, at least not in a video. I used to make some old ones, but I haven't really made a tropical zoo, so I figure why don't we make a tropical dinosaur park? I think it'll be a really fun building style, and even though the pieces are still a little bit limited in this game, I think it's going to be plenty that we can play around with building and all of that fun stuff. So let's get into it. So I think we'll do normal difficulty. There's normal, hard, and easy. So let's just stick with the middle for now and see how that goes. And it looks like you can change your starting animals. So I don't really know, or dinosaurs, I guess. I don't really know all that much about dinosaurs, if I'm being totally honest with you. You guys can tell me, everything that I need to know in the comments, if there's anything that I happen to miss along the way. But I figure let's just pick a few that we think look cool. I like this guy. I like the pattern on him. Ooh, or that one. Okay. These guys we played with in the tutorial, although it was a really cool dinosaur, and I do want a smaller one to start with for kind of our entrance area. So maybe something like this wouldn't be too bad. We've got a couple of small ones. Let's just click through here a few more times. Ooh, I like the colors on that guy. Yeah, I think we keep getting this set of 3, so let's just do these 3 and see how this goes. All right, and here we are. So right off the bat, I think it's probably a good idea to pause the game just to kind of get things going. Yeah, building, construction, power management. I think a lot of that is going to be pretty straightforward coming from Planet Zoo, although who knows, there might be a few things that we miss. I think, can we actually delete this? Oh, we can. That's interesting. So we could delete this whole entrance area, probably get a little bit of money off of it, and then like build it in our own style later on. That could be cool. But maybe what I'll do for now is I'll leave this as is. We're not going to start off with building the entrance anyway, because obviously we need to save up some money before we start doing anything that's too crazy detailed and all of that. So well, let's head inside. I'm just wondering if this is going to be enough space. I think it would be really cool to be able to do sort of like a parking lot or something, or maybe we just leave it as something like this and we just restyle it. It's kind of like it looks like they just come from the ground. They just kind of come out of this building and then go through the entrance here. Not the worst. Okay, well, anyway, let's start off with, we need a couple of guest facilities. So I think what we'll do right off the bat, we'll do a couple of guest facilities right in like a central plaza sort of area. And then I want to do the first habitat for our smallest dinosaur, as sort of like a walk around habitat right in the center. I don't really know too much about how big these habitats need to be either just yet, so that'll be interesting to find out. But let's start off. I wonder if we should start off with these prefabricated ones, and then maybe we, redecorate them later as time goes on. I think that might be a good way to do it. So let's do a bathroom. Yeah, okay, there's a bathroom. So I know in this game, pathing works a little bit differently. So you can actually, I think the guests you don't need paths for the guests. I think they will just like walk wherever, which is really interesting. It looks like the ground is not very level here, actually. Let's do a little bit of terraforming just to get the area that we want our plaza to be nice and flat. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Flatten, that's what we want. All right, should be fine. I'm not going to worry about, flattening the whole zoo, but just so that we, have a good little plaza area here to start with. That'll be good. And then maybe we'll just continue with using these blocks and make a quick little square here, something like this. I think they can walk on here. I don't actually know. We'll find out. So yeah, so maybe something like that. And then we can put in these guest facilities. Let's see, bathrooms. Yeah, they don't have too much for styles right now. It's all just kind of modern style. I think what I would really like to do, what I think would be super fun in this game in general, is to go with like a tropical modern, like use the modern shapes and kind of like general style, because this game has so many modern pieces in it and it looks really good. Like all of this looks really awesome. But maybe add like a little bit of a tropical flair. Add a little bit of tropical flair to it with some bamboo and some like grass straw roofs and all of that fun stuff. So let's see. So we need to do another. So we've got bathrooms. We just need like food and drink, and then maybe a gift shop. Kiosk, Tiny's fast food. Oh, kiosk. Okay, I see. Let's do. Oh, how much is that? Okay. Wow, this is. Never mind. That's way too big. Holy. Okay, they've got some really large pieces in this game. Wow, this is like a full. Oh, I was looking up like a whole block. Okay, what about a cafe? Maybe not that one. What about the T-Rex cafe? That seems cool. Oh, we can't like snap to the grid. Okay, that's all right. Or at least I don't know how. Maybe we can. Let's just bump these guys right up next to each other, like that. And then what would we do on the other side? We could do. Okay, here we go. A fast food restaurant. That makes more sense. Let's put this one over here. And maybe we'll get rid of those planters because, I don't know. I think that's a little excessive. Let's put it down. I find that interesting that I guess maybe I don't have the snap on. I don't know exactly how to turn on like snap to rotation in this game yet. Still a lot of learning to do. I will definitely say that much. Yeah, let's put it right there, and then we'll get rid of all of this. Can I multi-select? I guess not. Okay, that's fine. We can just delete all of this. Oh, okay. I see. We have like, I don't know. I just thought maybe we could multi-select, but I guess not. Okay, there we go. So that should be enough for our guests to start with at least. Let's fix the terrain a little bit here. I think we can do some terrain painting. Maybe put some dirt underneath. Make it much smaller. There we go. That way there's no grass sticking through the... A little bit of dirt on the outsides kind of makes sense, I think. Just along the edges where we constructed our buildings. There we go. All right, let's just finish this up so that we have a nice square surface here. Perfect. And then we can move on to getting some dinosaurs going. So what am I thinking? I want to do a path, so let's find the path pieces. Oh shoot, okay, this is one thing that I had not, oh there we go, paths. We figured it out. So I would love to do like a wooden path probably. Right, like a wood plank path, kind of like this. And I do want to raise it up a little bit. I don't know if I can do that. Can you put raised paths in this game? Maybe not, actually. Maybe you have to use something else now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, that's all right. Why don't we use something more like... We could use the modular pieces, I think. Hopefully this works for me. I'm just like completely, who knows really at this point, but I'm thinking if we do, okay, so here we go. So this is what I'm thinking. So we have some stairs. Can I do, so if we do advanced edit and then we do rotation edit, how do we, Okay, I don't know yet how we snap. Okay, I don't know how we snap to the grid, but that's okay. We can just wing it for now. And then we will scale it so it's a little bit wider, I think. Something like that. And we can line it right up to the edge here. And then I think what'll happen is our guests will be able to walk up here, and then we can make the path itself out of, say, I don't know, there must be like a, yeah, just a floor. And the floor can also be this same wood going either that way or this way. Okay, let's keep it going this way. Actually, what do we have for tropical? Okay, we can do this more like weathered wood. Maybe that would actually look a little bit better. Okay, but we're gonna exit the group so that we can place this a little bit more comfortably here. So I think as long as, I don't know exactly how the walking gets generated in this game, the guest path calculations, but we will find out whether or not this is going to work. So let's go around. Okay, yeah, I kind of wanted to use the pathing because I liked how they can do really easily curved paths, but I guess that's okay. We will, maybe we end up just doing more of a square situation for this one. I don't know, we'll see. So let's go out. Oops, that's not right. There we go. Now, how big do we think that we need for a habitat for our little dinosaurs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a good question. I don't know, I guess we could figure it out. Maybe something like this will be good enough. We can make it longer, for sure. And the guests don't really need to wander all the way around the habitat. Like, we can have the habitat here and then have it go out a little bit further back. And then we can figure out, like, maybe we want our guests to wander off that way or wander off that way or something like that after the fact. That might make sense. Okay, let's get out of here and fix this flooring. So, what can I make it out of? Okay, there we go. And I think I need to change the scaling as well of this guy. Let's see. Make something more like that, and then we can move them over a little bit to make it more centered in case we want to put another building over here. So that'll make sense. All right, that's not too bad. So let's pick a new color. First things first, let's pick a new color because it's not a good color. I like how whenever they do these color maps on here, it's always like colors rather than what you would expect in like something like a zoo where you want like wood, like natural colors, but that's okay. Let's see, we want just kind of like a weathered, we still want it to look kind of like in the modern color scheme, you know, sort of like a weathered brown, something like that perhaps. And then we can do the same for all of these pieces. If I can get out of here, there we go. Okay. Select. Okay, oh, this is cool. Okay, so you just add it all. All right, this is not too bad. Okay, I'm gonna, yeah, let's change all the colors here. I don't know how much of this I want to do in real time versus like speed building. I'll probably see depending on, you know, how much, oh, there we go, nice. Yeah, it'll probably depend a little bit on how long it ends up taking me to do some of these builds. I would like to do as much in real time as possible for this series, but you guys can also let me know in the comments what you prefer. Like if you like to see me doing these things in real time or not. Definitely just let me know. Okay, so in theory, guests will be able to walk all over that. So let's make animal care. Okay, so first thing, actually, something that we need to do is make an animal nursery. So I think we'll just use a pre-made one, and I don't think it matters where we put this other than we need power. So I don't know if they have the heat maps in this game like they do in Planet Zoo, where you can like see, where all of your power is really easily. I haven't quite found that yet, but what if we put this just kind of back in, the trees here a little bit for now. We don't really have staff that need to access it or anything. Oh, we have no power. Oh, is that so? Does this not even? This goes with power. Look at this guy. This guy has a. I can't even select it though. Okay, that's interesting. How do we see park infrastructure? Okay, I know this must be somewhere. It can't be that difficult to find power stuff. Guest facilities, modular pieces, modular free prefabs. It's not really what we're looking for, hey? We're looking for power. Oh, here it is. Okay, so there's 2 tabs here too. All right, I didn't even notice that before. So let's see. Again, I don't know. No, let's not do that. Okay, I'm going to try to figure out and find if we can view where we have power and where we don't have power here. Okay, I'm not exactly sure how to tell the radius of the power, but I just had to move this closer to these windmills here, and it doesn't seem to be giving the same error anymore, so that's good. But these guys obviously need some power, so let's just add in maybe a quick little solar panel here, just to the back of this building, perhaps, or can I? Oh, I could put it on the roof. That's cool. The thing that's neat about this game, as far as I know, is like we don't have to worry so much about like staff being able to access these and everything. So it definitely gives a little bit more freedom to building, and especially placing these power stuff. Because it's cool that we have only like wind turbines and at least so far anyway, we have only wind turbines and solar panels, but I want to be able to put them on the roof and stuff. Okay, there we go. No more complaints about not having power. Perfect. I guess we'll see. I don't know if maybe like storms happen and then we don't get solar power anymore or something. Hard to say. But let's go into here and let's go to the nursery menu and let's get our first dinosaurs. So we have a Dryosaurus and we have a Psittacosaurus, and a Nasutoceratops. Psittacosaurus, Nasutoceratops, and a Dryosaurus. So I know the Dryosaurus are quite small. I don't know about this guy. So maybe we start with Dryosaurus. There's no Paleopedia yet. Okay. So we can't really know too much about them just yet. This is obviously early access. Not all the features are in. And one of those features is the Paleopedia. Or maybe I have to research it. I could be just incorrect about this. So I don't know. Is it crowding 40%? Min size. Okay, we have a min size, 3,000 square meters. So that's good to know. And it doesn't say how many we need, but we can probably do like 2 males, 2 females sort of thing to start with. Yeah, okay. Let's, I'm not going to make, actually I should probably make them. Let's make 2 males and 2 females to start with. And then we will make a 3,000 square meter enclosure for them. So I want the enclosure to be in here. So let's start with some enclosure fences. And we need level 1, I think it said. So what level is this? Tropical bamboo fence. That's cool. Did it say how high it needs to be too? Okay, well maybe we'll start with something like this and see if they break through. Then we'll obviously need to fix that up a little bit. But if we put it here and let the guests come like right up against it, I think that'll be cool, right? Because this is a herbivore. It shouldn't be too aggressive. I'm hoping. Anyway, so we'll see. Okay, so I want to see how big this is just at where it is right now with the size. That's not really very square, is it? Did I miss one on this side? I think I did. Okay. Let's just do this quick just to see how big it is. So what else do we need for enclosures? Do we need doors or anything? Ooh, we have a mini aviary. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. I didn't even know we had aviaries. Okay. So does this tell us how big this is? Okay, this is only 1,000 square meters. Okay, so we need to make this significant, like 3 times as big, which makes sense. They're dinosaurs. They need a lot of space. But at least now I have an idea of the scale that we are working on or playing with. working with, whatever that might be. So I'm going to edit this barrier. How do I do that? And then I'll just make it significantly longer coming out this way. So I ended up building quite a bit here, so I figured better off to just speed it up, talk over it, I can explain what I'm doing, etc., etc. So this habitat ends up being just over 3,000 square meters in the end of all of it, so just big enough for our Dryosaurus. I mean, I know it's always better to have bigger, bigger is always better, but I think what is probably going to make the most sense is just to keep them at a low, like a relatively low population and, you know, all of that fun stuff. Well, I think they'll be fine as our first animal in a slightly smaller habitat here. So yeah, that's pretty much that. The foliage in this area, really interesting to me because it's all kind of grouped together. I can see the benefits of having groups, but it's kind of, I don't know, irritating when I have to like delete single trees and stuff. Not the easiest thing. This whole game, I'm kind of like really getting used to like the use of groups and that sort of thing. It just feels very different than Planet Zoo. And also the barriers. I don't know if you kind of saw there, but I don't know how you edit the barriers after you place them down. Like the only thing I could figure out what to do was to like just make new ones and delete them and rebuild them. So I don't know if you can edit them. Maybe I'll come across that eventually, or maybe that's something that they need to add in. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, yeah, here's me trying to figure out how to move some trees out of the path. So I used these prefab they're called the gazebos. I don't even know if they're meant to be up in the air like that. I mean, they have the stands. But I thought these would make really cute little viewing platforms for guests to, you know, go up high and be able to view down into the habitat. So I thought that would work really well. And basically just that, and then rounding out the edges, or finishing off the edges here, I should say. I decided to bring in more of the modern pieces. I know it looks kind of strange next to like all this worn out wood over top of it, but I think I kind of want to make a balance of like stuff that's been newly rebuilt and stuff that's maybe older or uses used wood, used, like, you know what I mean, recycled pieces. So yeah, that's kind of the vibe that I'm going for. We'll see how it turns out. I'm not focusing too much on style in the beginning here. Obviously trying to make it look kind of nice and, you know, adding in a little bit of detail here, spending a bit of time, you know, actually making it look good. But I don't want to focus too much on what's going on in terms of the aesthetics and spending a whole bunch of time detailing it and stuff, because it is our very first time playing through this game, still getting used to it, still, you know, getting familiar with the pieces, and there's still not a ton of options for pieces just yet, so I'm excited to see what happens as they release more and more into this game and everything, and yeah, I think it's going to be super fun. So the other part here is just a little viewing platform. I noticed that the binoculars were too short. I did kind of think after the fact, no, actually, I don't think you can scale the binoculars because they're like scaled to the guest height. So I figured I would just bring the platform up there and put the binoculars at the proper height and yada yada, so the guests can climb up a little bit and get a view into there as well, just over top of the fence. And then I figured we needed a nice winding staircase to go up to these platforms. And basically the remainder of this speed build is me making this staircase. It took ages. I think I'm still not quite used to the controls. Like, I don't think maybe there is shortcuts and I just don't know them yet, or maybe they're a little short on shortcuts in the early access. They're not quite all in yet. Because, yeah, I definitely, like, this whole thing, it took me longer, I think, than it would have taken me to build this in Planet Zoo for sure. But I don't think that's really too much of an issue. It's all still early access and not quite refined yet, and it was doable. I think it looks kind of cool in the end. I mean, it's not perfect. I didn't really try to make it perfect. I kind of just wanted to make it look like they, you know, slapped together some stairs. A little staircase for the guests to go up, and they do go up in the end. As a little spoiler, we'll find out right near the end. We'll watch them go up into the viewing platforms, so that's really good. And yeah, I mean, it's not I would say I've seen better, of course. But I think for a very first build, this isn't so bad in this game. We'll obviously improve things over time. And like even here, I duplicate them and pull them through instead of making them longer. I forgot that you could make them longer. So there's just a lot of little things that definitely need to get used to, doing differently in this game. But I'm really excited to, get to know it a little bit better and get a little bit better at the construction here, and especially see what they release when they, as they release updates to the main game as well as DLCs. I don't know. I kind of assume that they don't release DLCs until after early access, so it'll be early access for a while. They'll get all of the features in, because there's obviously a lot missing, even from the left-hand menu and everything. So yeah, I figure that's probably how this goes. I don't really know. There have not been very many games that I've played from early access through to release. So I'm also really excited to get the chance to kind of catch this game right at the very beginning. I think it'll be super fun. And I'm hoping this zoo in general takes us all the way through, through the early access. So we'll have to see if we kind of play it a bunch in the first few weeks and run out of dinosaurs to add or something. We might have to take a break from it for a little while and come back as they release updates. Who knows? I don't really expect, I'm not that fast, obviously at playing and uploading. So I don't know. I don't think we'll have too much of an issue there. I'm sure there'll constantly be content coming out faster than I am producing it, or updates coming out faster than I'm producing content. So that I'm not too, I'm sure that'll be fine. But yeah, that is kind of the idea here. So here you can see I finally figured out that I can scale the logs and don't have to use too many pieces and all that. That is actually one of the really cool things. And I don't know, I guess we'll find out maybe later on in some more complicated builds and that sort of thing. But I do wonder if the scaling feature helps with piece counts, or helps with performance due to piece counts. Because, if you have to add a whole bunch of logs together in a game like Planet Zoo, in order to make it as long as you want it to be, that's obviously, it just adds up the pieces, and then you have too many pieces. And then, this is what I was talking about with the grouping. I didn't even realize that I grouped together the stairs and all of the fences and stuff, so I had to go back in and do all of that. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, obviously in Planet Zoo, the more pieces you have, the slower that your game gets. So maybe if you can make them larger instead of adding more pieces, that'll be more efficient. I'm not sure. Maybe I think that might be the idea behind it, but it's kind of hard to say. So yeah, the last little bit here, just finishing up the fences. This is something else that I found kind of difficult, but obviously it's still just a little bit of an early access bug or whatever. You can't really see what you're selecting very well. I know that happens in Planet Zoo sometimes too, with certain pieces, but I found that kind of tricky. You can't drag and select either. I think that's a feature probably coming in the future, because it looks like there's the controls for it, just doesn't quite work. So yeah, anyway, that's that. Let's hop back. All right, and here is the viewing areas, at least for our very first habitat. So I am curious to see how this goes with the guests and climbing and getting up to these little view areas and stuff. But I figured we'd have these little staircases. They can come up here, they can see a good view from here, or they can, stay down below and use the binoculars over the fence and check out what all of the Dryosaurus are doing and all of that fun stuff. So let's put them in the habitat. Oh, this one doesn't have power? Oh, interesting. Okay, maybe I should also put some wind turbines over here or something. Maybe that's important. Put one there? All right, sure, that'll work. Maybe we can put one back here too, just in case. But anyway, let's get those dinosaurs in here. So I think, did I have to play? Yeah, so I need to put it on play for these guys to actually get created. We can also see if anybody decides to come to our zoo now, or our Prehistoric Kingdom, I suppose. I'm pretty sure it's open. Maybe it's too expensive. I don't know. I just kind of left it at the base price. We still have a lot of money left too, actually. A lot of starting money, so that's good. We can probably do the other habitats too with this starting money. But let's see here. Is anybody coming in? Nobody's coming in. Okay, well, I guess we'll see. So what do we have for, yeah, it's open, $1,000, 0 for a child. I don't think so, sir. Oh, okay, we can't change that. Oh, we can't actually change any of the prices. That's interesting. We have 0 guests, probably because we have no dinosaurs, right? What else do we have here? Let's name this our early access kingdom, because maybe we can come up with a cool name, but I just want to keep this as, for now, early access. All right, well, I don't know where everybody is, so let's move our dinosaurs in while we are waiting. All right, release 4 animals to this enclosure. Okay, so what do these guys need? Oh, a Dryosaurus. Very cool. I didn't know Nigel would come back. Oh, these guys are young. Okay, so they might get bigger. That's interesting. Anyway, let's get them some enrichment items. So we'll put the fruit block in, and we'll do a termite mound as well. And then what else? You need sustenance. So we definitely need, let's see, animal care. Okay, so we do bedding, some shelters. We should probably put in like a nice cave shelter, rock shelter for them, perhaps. And a feeder. Oh, cool. Oh, tall feeder. Okay, that's cool. No, I think these guys just need regular feeder, so let's put that one in there. And then I think that should be good. So what else? I know we needed, remember in the tutorial they had us do, like, yeah, dung beetle nests. Okay, so let's put a few in here just to make sure that, you know, it stays good. And let's do some terraforming. So let's give them some water, calm water. Let's do, do they swim? I don't know, can we change the depth? I don't know, whatever. So let's give them a good little pool of water here. Maybe it can, you know, oh yeah, they do swim, it looks like. That's cute. Okay, yeah, they like the water, I think. We will see. Let's move this guy back onto land. Move the dung beetles back onto land. Or that's the dung beetles, right? Perfect. Okay, so now how is your... We'll move this over a little bit. Okay, so how's your habitat doing? So what we need is nature. Nature's off. Check habitat needs. There we go. Okay, so we need tropical, scrubland, coastal. What does the red mean? What is this gonna do? Oh, that's just water. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, so I don't know what that red means. Maybe it means that they don't like tropical, so they only do scrubland or coastal. Too much water? Okay, too much water. All right, let's get rid of some of the water first. Remove water.
Quite elegant, don't you think?
Remove some more water. Okay, so they actually only want like a tiny bit of water in their habitat. It looks like. I think, right? Because we want it to go back into that? Or no? Okay, now there's no water. But it says they need water. Okay, maybe just like do that. Okay, that's all the water that they want. All right, we'll go with that for now. All right, and then let's see. So plants. So scrubland plants. Select all scrubland plants and just kind of paint them in here a little bit. We'll go low density. And we'll just kind of paint that in there a little bit. Look at that. Look how easy it is to place trees in this game. Okay, that's too much. Oh, wait. I thought that was going to undo the trees, but I guess it's not going to undo the trees. Oh, boy. Okay. I know that we need to get rid of the tropical ones, I'm pretty sure. So let's just do that first. And then let's see. Okay, there we go. So the forest is pretty good. I'm going to just paint a little bit more. I want to get them up to maybe like the most that they're okay with. Something like that. That looks good. Shelter space, it says they have enough, even though they don't really have a shelter. Oh, and did I get rid of the water again? Okay, let's do one little pool of water here. You're happy with the water, good. Okay, nature's at 90%, so I think there's still a few tropical trees, maybe? Is that the problem? Is this tropical? I'm not sure. Oh, these ones are tropical, I think. 90. Okay, well, you know what? There was some tropical trees in here to begin with, and it doesn't look like this has a very clean way to, like, tell me which ones are tropical. Unless I just got rid of all of them and redid it. Oh, well. Okay, I think that's good enough. Exhibit crowding is okay. Space is good. Cleanliness is good. Okay, perfect. So maybe we can do a little bit of rock work around this pond. And maybe the terrain, like the paint as well. So let's do that. Let's kind of add a little bit of, let's go way down in intensity here. I'll add a little bit of like rock and stuff around. Can I change the, it's starting to get to be dark now. We'll add some rock underneath here. Let's see, we could probably change when we're open, right? No, we cannot. Okay. Well, I'm gonna let it become a little bit brighter here first. But actually, this would be a good time to add some more lighting in. So let's do that, actually, while we're waiting. So, modular, prefabs, lighting. Let's do just some standing lights. These lampposts look fine, I think. Let's put one up here. 'Cause obviously, it's a little too dark right now. Our guests are going to injure themselves if they want to wander around in the dark. Not that there's even any guests here yet, so. I don't know exactly what I'm doing wrong with not having any guests, so I'm gonna check into that in a minute here. I just, you know. I don't know, I don't really, this is obviously my first time playing this game, so I'm not totally sure why we're not getting any guests in here, but I'll figure it out in a minute. Right after I place all these lights. There we go. We're a little bit more lit up here now. So why would we not be getting any guests yet? I can't switch this from open to closed. Entry free adults. Is my fee too high? Is that the problem? But I can't change it, which I actually find really strange. Why I can't change anything. Okay, interesting. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna look into this quick and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I think I figured out our guest issue. I basically just had to like, how do I get rid of this path? Delete. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, goodness. Okay, I don't know how to delete this stupid path that I made. But essentially, I think the trick was just to put a path at the entrance here. I don't even really know. I like connected it to this part, and then I did run it all the way through here, but they're like not taking it anyway. So I don't think it really matters. But none of them are coming up here just yet. So I don't know. Maybe I was wrong about how like pathing worked in this game. I thought they could like go up these stairs and stuff. I'm not 100% sure. So I'm gonna have to play around with that a little bit and see. Maybe I need to, I don't know. I don't know exactly how this is supposed to work. I honestly should educate myself a little bit better on how this is supposed to work. Let's just see what happens if I just bring this in to like here. Whether or not they will climb up the stairs. Let's watch them. Yeah, okay, so they're coming in. That means they must be paying me. No? Nobody's paying me? I am getting paid for these guys to enter, right? What is happening? It says I still have made nothing on entry fees. Oh no, okay, here we go, entry fee. Okay, so we're making money on entry fees now, I think. We're in May year 1 right now. Okay, I don't know exactly. But I want to see somebody go up and take a look at the dinosaurs. Oh, okay, yeah, there they go. Okay, so they're gonna go up. That is so interesting. Okay. They don't have like an invisible path, do they? No, because I'm pretty sure these are just meant to... I don't know, I don't really understand how this works. They seem to be walking up here. Yeah, these are all powered. So I think that should be okay. Let's take a look at our guest information. Can I do that? I can't look at guest information. Okay, well, you know what? Hopefully this is okay. Ooh, look, he's walking up my my viewing stairs here. Yeah, keep going all the way up. No, all right. All right. Well, you know, we'll have to get used to exactly how these guys function. Oh, are you gonna go and use the binoculars? Maybe they don't interact with things yet. I don't really know, to be honest. Yeah, visibility 100. Visibility's good. Okay, well, you know what? I don't know. We're just gonna play. We'll add some more animals. Maybe the guests aren't perfect yet. I need to maybe watch some of the, like, informational videos a little bit more. And maybe some people have put out some good content for that so far. I don't know. It's hard to say. But either way, I think it looks cool. Whether or not our guests are working quite properly or not is another story. Oh yeah, look at that. We have our first guy hanging out up here. Okay, perfect. So they can make their way up here. There we go. Okay, so now we know at least they can make their way up there. Whether or not they can use these view things, I don't know, but at least we have good visibility for this habitat, so that's all that really matters. And can confirm we are definitely making some money now, so that is good too. That's good to go. We can see we've made 50,000 just off of entry fees so far, so that is very good. I think we got the hang of it now. So I'm gonna end the video here. You know, next episode we'll have to get in and start. I don't know. I want to add in all the extra animals in here, or all of the dinosaurs and stuff that we have access to. I think the key will be at the beginning to kind of crowd this area. You know, maybe do one like nice big habitat over here, another nice big one back here, so the guests can see into those two and hear them right when they enter into the zoo. And then maybe a little bit later on, when we get into it, and maybe when we get more pieces and, get to know the guests a little bit better and get to know how they interact with their surroundings and stuff a little bit more, we can create some really cool stuff for them as well. So I'm thinking, really cool things, like maybe we do some sort of like treetop bridge sort of walkway through areas where like the animals are underneath you, and you can kind of just like, or maybe, maybe you can come face to face with a Brontosaurus or something, like one of the really tall ones, kind of like some giraffe habitats where, you end up, standing up really tall compared to where they are, and you can kind of get a face-to-face view of them and all of that sort of fun stuff. I think we can have a lot of fun with this game and building, and I know I didn't really do any intense building in this one, but, we're getting used to it. Just building those staircases was a challenge, so we'll have to get used to playing in this game a little bit more, and as we go along, I'm sure we'll get more creative with our builds and all of that as well. But oh look, hey, this guy's climbing up on his house. That's really cool. But yeah, as always, let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions, any ideas, anything you think I could do to improve these videos. All of that fun stuff. I always read through your comments and I'll reply to them where it seems fit, and I will talk to you in the next one.